Welcome back to the Advocate Voice podcast, where real issues meet real change. I'm Josh.
And I'm Jules. We're so glad you're here with us today.
In each episode, we dive deep into the stories, struggles, and triumphs of advocacy. And today, we're exploring a fascinating intersection: autism and artificial intelligence.
That's right. As AI becomes more integrated into education, healthcare, communication, and even daily routines, it's time to ask, how is it affecting the autistic community? Is AI reinforcing stereotypes, or is it opening up new doors for neurodivergent individuals?
We'll break it all down: the risks, the opportunities, and what inclusive AI could look like.
Whether you're on the spectrum, love someone who is, or just care about building a better, more inclusive future, this episode is for you.
Here's something that might surprise you. The same traits society once labeled as deficits in autism are now becoming superpowers in cutting-edge AI development. Let me tell you why that matters.
That's fascinating timing, especially considering how we're in this massive AI revolution right now. How did we miss this connection for so long?
Well, when you look at the core traits of autism, like intense pattern recognition and systematic thinking, they align perfectly with how AI systems actually work. I mean, take deep learning neural networks. They process massive amounts of data, looking for subtle patterns, just like many autistic minds do naturally.
You know what really stands out to me about that? The intense world theory. The idea that autistic brains don't process less, they actually process more.
Exactly right. And here's a perfect example. There was this developer who spent 9 straight hours debugging a chatbot interface, completely lost track of time. In most workplaces, that would be seen as problematic, but in AI development, that kind of hyperfocus is absolutely crucial.
Hmm, that reminds me of what Connor Leahy and Eleuther AI are doing, building open source language models because they saw a need and just solved it.
And that's exactly what makes this so interesting. These aren't just isolated cases. Companies like Ultranauts are proving that neurodivergent led teams often outperform industry standards in areas like quality assurance. Their secret? They built their entire workflow around neurodivergent strengths.
Though I imagine there must be some challenges too, especially when it comes to AI being used for autism diagnosis and screening.
Oh, that's a huge concern. While AI could potentially reduce diagnosis waiting times from over 2 years to just months, there's this massive problem with bias in the training data. Most AI systems are trained primarily on data from white, English speaking boys, which means they're missing huge portions of the autism spectrum.
And what about privacy concerns? I mean, we're talking about tools that analyze personal behaviors and data.
That's right. And it gets even more complicated when you consider who owns that data and how it might be used. Some of these screening tools use everything from home videos to social media behavior. Without proper safeguards, we're looking at serious privacy and consent issues.
So, what are some companies doing right in this space?
Well, take Mentra, for example. They've completely reframed how we think about neurodivergent hiring. Instead of asking what people can tolerate, they're focusing on where they'll thrive. And their platform was created by neurodivergent founders who understood the challenges firsthand.
That's such a powerful shift in perspective, moving from accommodation to celebration of different ways of thinking.
And you know what's really interesting? When these companies design their workflows around neurodivergent needs, they often end up creating better systems for everyone. Meetings become more efficient, communication gets clearer, and innovation actually accelerates.
So, it's like the curb cut effect? Changes made for one group end up benefiting everyone?
Exactly. And the data backs this up. These neurodivergent led companies are showing better retention rates, higher accuracy, and more innovative solutions. It's proving that different ways of thinking aren't just valuable, they're essential for pushing technology forward.
Looking at all this, it really seems like we're at a turning point in how we think about neurodiversity in tech.
And that's really the key takeaway here. The future of AI isn't just about better algorithms, it's about bringing more minds to the table and letting them work in ways that make sense for them. Because when we do that, everyone wins. The technology gets better, the workplace becomes more inclusive, and innovation accelerates in ways we never expected.
That's a wrap on today's conversation about autism in the age of AI. We hope it sparked some new thoughts and opened your eyes to the importance of inclusive design in tech.
AI is shaping the future, but it's up to all of us to make sure that future includes everyone. Neurodiversity isn't a glitch in the system. It's a vital part of what makes humanity whole.
If you want to dive deeper into the tools, research, and advocacy efforts we mentioned today, head over to theadvocatevoice.org/AI.
And as always, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with someone who needs to hear it.
Until next time, keep using your voice for change.